Why are you getting nervous, man? This is... It is Good Friday. Why is it good? Spoiler alert told me that it used to be called Black Friday. And it's especially black because we got rid of the black-hearted evil Democrats, 2 of 3 anyway, from the Tennessee House of Representatives, I think. Nice.
You fascists! You fascists! You fascists! You fascists!
Oh, they're cussing.
You fascists!
Get rid of those black-hearted kids. They're saying, F, bleep, forget you, commies. They're saying fascists. Fascists, I'm not even quite sure of what that word means. Something like extreme nationalism. I've heard from Bill Lockwood that it's pretty far left, but not as far left as communist. And it's more nationalist and less globalist. So that may be a good thing. Globo homo. And forget you, commies. No, don't forget them. We love you. Jesus loves you, commies. Jesus died for you, commies. Jesus loves you. Anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about those Tennessee demon rats. That's what they're overreacting to. That's those young whippersnappers. I thought the beautiful South was supposed to be polite. What happened to that Southern hospitality? It's gone out the window. They've been infiltrated by some very unchristian, anti-white people, including people who appear white. Don't fall for it. They're not white on the inside. I will be getting to your calls, guys. 2 of the 3 Tennessee demon rats were ousted, except for the woman. Get rid of her later. But don't make it look like you're trying not to look racist, because she's the white woman and they got rid of the 2 young black whippersnappers. Gonna be playing some clips related to that. Some nasty women running their mouths, and it's funny. Hillary's a sore loser. Irregardless is a word, according to the fake news dictionary and NPR, and that atheist caller who called into my show who's into the white thing. So right on, man. And there's a restaurant in the far left capital of North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh and Gomorrah. And Hillary's a sore loser. I think I mentioned that already. She's claiming that there's a whole lot of black suckers who texted their vote to Hillary. I'll try to get to that. And out with Jacinda Ardern, by the way. Out with her. And of course, some calls, so it should be fun and entertaining. It's a loosey-goosey Friday show, guys. So all that and your calls. But anyway, guys, let's get right on with the show! Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
Hey, guys! I hope you're enjoying the AJ Gallardo original theme song. I know I always do. It's Friday, loosey-goosey Friday. Don't put your hope in Friday. Stay with the Lord. Stay in the present. So fun.
Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report, the Hake Report, la la la.
So, how you guys doing? I am fine. I like to accentuate the S's because at one point I'm still traumatized from it. Bill the engineer, brilliant engineer. He put a gate on the S's so I couldn't hear the S, so I hissed the S extra hard and I still couldn't hear it. It was terrible. That was years ago and I'm still feeling it. Feeling the dissatisfaction from not hearing my S's. Like the snakes in the snake pit. I am wearing my Forest Home t-shirt, one of many. It's green. You know what I mean? Since 1938. Forest Home. What does that say? Outfitters. Forest Home Outfitters. Thank you, Nick. He can read. I can't read, at least not upside down. Forest Home, California. It's halfway up to Big Bear, or whatever you want to call it. Forest Falls. Forest Falls strong, because they got flooded. They got flooded, so they had a sign that said, Forest Falls strong. You know, women put that up. Needs more gate on the S, says Brian Denham. Maybe so. Shall we start off with something somewhat entertaining? Tony is in California on the line. Tony, how you doing, man?
Good morning, Hake. How the heck are you?
I'm doing fine.
La.
Are you celebrating Good Friday? Also, according to Spoiler Alert, who does not give fake news, is also Black Friday, was originally called Black Friday?
No, I don't celebrate no paganism. I just celebrate life, bro.
Jesus dying on the cross is not paganism. Well maybe the pagans put him to death.
I don't know
Were the
who
Romans
Jesus
pagans?
is. I just know one God, and that's it, bro. That's the God of the universe.
You don't know if you don't know
I don't
his
believe,
if you don't know
I don't believe nothing the white man wrote in that book.
if you don't know his well, thank you for acknowledging the white men wrote the Bible.
Well, yeah.
If you don't know the
because
Son,
because the white man's number full of lies and devilness.
If you don't know the
yeah.
Son, you don't know the Father.
That's your opinion.
No, that's my fact.
God don't need no help.
That's God's fact.
So come on, bro. We don't need no third party to intervene in nothing. So come on.
Come
But the
on.
reason I'm calling you is this. Why do the Republican Party always end up in jail and prison? Why is that? I mean, y'all supposed to be a party of American first, but why y'all always going to jail first?
Because we have politicized phony laws, and it's run by illegal, well, not illegal, by immoral.
It can't be illegal.
No, hold on. Let me.
Also, they can't be illegal. Now, come on, now, don't flip on that one.
You interrupted me. We have a.
Well, just tell the truth then.
Okay, we have a government and a so-called justice system, which was set up to be anti-white, anti-beautiful South, anti-states' rights, anti.
Come on, man. This is America. Cut the shenanigans on the white. Y'all is dying off. Y'all party, your race is dead.
Is dead?
The real American.
The white race is dead? Is that what you
yes,
said?
it's dead. It's dead. Y'all not having babies no more, and y'all race is going down in numbers, so y'all are dead.
Whites
You're losing power.
I'm not dead.
Clear.
I'm not dead. You speaking to a dead man?
You dead, bro. You keep messing with Justin, you gonna be dead.
Why are you speaking to dead people?
Well, excuse me?
Why are you speaking to dead people?
Not dead as physical, but dead in spirit, brother.
Oh.
Because y'all, all you do is lie.
We're dead in spirit because all we do is
all
lie?
All you do, that's it. And y'all the devil.
Wait a minute.
That's what the devil do.
But you lie every time you call into the show. Why are you acting white? You're acting white.
No, come on now, come on. You know that's
You're acting ashy white.
You know that's the biggest lie ever. You came out your lips, bro. With the little lips you got, with the little monkey lips you got.
What monkey? Did he call me monkey face?
Yeah.
Because monkeys have. Are you calling me a monkey because monkeys have straight hair? And we're good at climbing. We're very agile. I'm agile.
Yes, you're very agile. You're very devilish. You do anything. You throw mess on people. Look what y'all did with the Capitol. Y'all messed the Capitol all up.
What, the Nashville?
Going up in that time, you gonna overthrow the government. You overthrew the government, but y'all went straight to prison.
We're straight to prison because Democrats and rhinos run the government, and they hate the real American heroes.
Yeah, the liars of America, the true liars of America. And your boy Trump, he had more hot
he's my
water
man.
He's
not my boy.
Imagine. Yeah, your boy, because he got a rape case coming up next.
A rape case?
Yes, yes.
Rape?
Oh, don't hide that, bro. He got a rape case coming up.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all don't
Are
even
you a
talk about
man?
that one.
Are you a man, Tony?
Excuse me?
Are you a man?
I am a human being, brother.
But you're not a man?
Yes, yes.
Then why did you say you're a human being when I asked you if you're a man?
I am a human. That's the first of all thing. I'm a human being.
No, I didn't ask you if you're a human being. Of course you're a human being.
But I want you to
Are you a
acknowledge
man?
that I am a human being first.
Oh, so you're a woman?
And a man specimen, yes.
A man's specimen? So you're not a man, you're a man's specimen.
Okay, bro, whatever.
I'm asking you if you're a man because you want me...
Why you want to flip the script?
Because...
Stop flipping it. That's still the subject of Republicans
Because
Donald Trump.
you claim that Trump is facing a rape case like that's a real
Yes.
thing. Well, of course, I will have you know that every real man is being accused of rape nowadays.
No. This, look,
Yes.
Real man don't rape. Real men don't have to rape.
Of
okay?
course,
We
but
don't
they're
have to take
accused.
advantage
But real men
or
are
put our
accused
hands on
of rape.
women
Being accused of
inappropriately.
rape is different from raping.
Excuse me?
Being accused of rape is different from raping or having
Well,
raped.
I don't know because
I disavow
every time
raping,
I
by the
look
way.
around, every time I look around, there's always something dealing with the Republican Party that's illegal. Like your boy Clarence Thomas now.
The
he
king.
in hot water.
The king.
Clarence
The
Thomas
one true
taking
justice.
gifts? How about Clarence Thomas taking gifts and going on exotic trips, but
From a
refused to
true
report it?
American. He
Excuse
took
me?
gifts from, those were personal gifts from a true American hero.
So why did he report them?
He doesn't have to report them.
Because it is legal
No, because
to
they're
take gifts like that.
because
It
they're
is illegal, my friend.
That's a fake idea. The
Okay,
liberals
in your
come up with
eyes-
all kinds
in
of
your
phony
eyes, and
laws.
your report is
No.
fake, but watch what happened to him.
I read on Wikipedia that if the
Wikipedia,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, that if
That
the
sounds like a little something on the gay side of the Wikipedia.
well, I agree with you, but irregardless, which is maybe a word, but not really. I don't like it, but I like it because it's funny. I think it's cute.
It's cute. Wow, I ain't know men like cute things. I thought women like cute things.
No, men like cute women.
I thought men like attractive
Why do
women.
you keep
Not-
on changing the subject? You're so.
I'm not saying this.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead,
are
go
because
ahead.
I'm trying to
just-
answer the question. You're jumping
Okay,
in like
ask
a
me
woman.
question. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Whoosh, be quiet. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it says.
Jesus Christ, you're supposed to be getting old.
Whoa, don't. I thought you didn't believe in Jesus.
I don't. I just use his name in vain.
Wow, what a terrible person. Yeah, no, Clarence Thomas is a real American hero. He's a solid guy, unshakable. Phony people, unchristian people like Dick Durbin and whoever ratted him out allegedly.
Ratted him out? No,
Yeah.
there wasn't no rat. It was told the truth on the matter. Follow
No.
the rules and regulations, my friend.
No, the
You
rules
can't
and
bend the
Oh,
rules.
yeah. I remember what I was going to say, roughly. The rules and regulations are phony political rules. They're not anything to do with morality or true.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
You gonna really say that word,
Yeah,
morality?
of
Y'all don't-
course.
Republicans don't have
Justice-
morality.
Justice
They don't
Clarence
have
Thomas
moral
does.
values.
You're right. Many Republicans do not have moral values, but our greatest
Thank
president,
you.
Donald J. Trump, does, and our greatest
How you doing?
Chief Justice.
He out there with another female. He out there with a porn star.
You don't
and
know
now
that.
I heard there's another one about to
that's
come into
just-
play
that's
that
just-
he had sex with while he was
don't
married.
say that word.
And you
It's
tell me he got morals and values.
Children's
really?
show.
Wow.
Children's show. Shh, shh. Don't say that S
What
word.
about the-
It's a children's
what
show.
about the-
Hey, Tony,
what about
Tony. I
Yeah,
said don't
yeah.
say that S word. It's a children's friendly show. And
I didn't
also,
say- I did
hold
not
on,
say the
man.
S word.
Hold on, man. The SEX word.
Oh, you can't say that?
Yeah, you can't say
Jesus
that in front
Christ.
of the kids. And I shouldn't have even spelled it. Sorry, kids.
For real, you go spell it and you say you can't say that on
Yeah.
YouTube? Come on,
So,
brother.
man, it's not about YouTube. It's about the children and their mothers who don't
Come
appreciate
on, my friend, man. There's
who
time
don't
for the children
appreciate
to know the
grown
truth.
adult male specimens gossiping and slandering our greatest president when you have no idea what you're talking about.
Your greatest president, who was that? Obama?
Trump, duh.
Oh my God!
Don't
Trump
say
is the
duh
worst
too much,
thing ever
kids.
came in the face of the earth. Trump wanted to be John Gotti and Al Capone all at the same time.
I know. They can't get Al Capone on real stuff, so they have to get him on tax fraud. Give me a break.
Well, hey, whatever. They got him, didn't they? Whatever, they got him.
So goes the story.
And how many murders did Trump get involved in? I think with the girl that they got shot at the Capitol, how about the police officer that committed suicide?
The girl who got
Trump?
shot at the Capitol was not Trump's fault. That's ridiculous. You talking about the Air Force gal?
Who brought him to the Capitol?
Trump did not bring anybody to the Capitol. He got there after.
Did. Yes, he did.
He did not even go to the Capitol. He wanted to.
The Capitol, we're going to overthrow the government. I will be there when you get there.
He didn't say we're gonna overthrow the government. Now you're lying. All you ever do is lie. You're acting white. Stop acting ashy.
When y'all get there, he didn't even show up. He was out there watching the TV.
You're acting ashy.
Come on, man.
Ashy on the inside.
100, bro. But I understand because this is live. It's a live show.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Hake Report.
Adios.
Have a wonderful Friday, my friend.
You as well. Bye. What a nice guy. I remember he got banned and then he apologized, and that's why he's all fake nice all the time. Why, Mr. Jesse Lee Peterson, why are the white people always killing their own families? Next caller, please, says Wayne Stapleton. I mean, oops, I didn't mean to dox him. Shout out to the Facebook crew, guys. Let me get to William in California on the line. William, thanks for calling. How you doing?
Hey, James.
Hey.
Yeah, that's really, I'm not bashing your caller, but that's kind of a shame for you, Tony, to be as old as you are, spitting lies to people that are, like, younger than you, like people in their 40s and 30s, listening to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. You know, to even act like that, it's not even mature.
Just gossiping about Trump, celebrating the seemingly, it seemed to me that he was celebrating the destruction of white people and exaggerating it, of course.
Well, let me inform him and others. Unlike South Africa, white people over there are outnumbered like 14-1.
Yeah.
And they don't have a Bill of Rights like we do. So if they come up dead somewhere, it doesn't get addressed. And they've given the land back to the blacks in South Africa, and they've torn the country to pieces. So
yeah, it's so bad. And actually, they haven't even necessarily given them.
This is what I want to point out to Tony. There is no browning of America. You got too far to go with the abortions and the violence on the streets and the gayology.
Right. You know what?
Black people only make up 147 million. That's, might as well say 145 because they die every day. So where's this browning going to happen?
Not even 147, just 47 million.
Yeah.
47 million. You're right. It's not this anti-white thing that the blacks are celebrating is not going to go well for the blacks. It's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Which it already is.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen this happen before in the 1960s. That's why when you put these pictures up of these people with their little soft little fist.
Yeah, the little
Kaepernick, all of them. Phony.
I can't even.
We've seen this before. Because you know, the Bay Area is the hotbed for the protest and the Black Panthers. That's where the original Black Panther Party was. Oh. And one of my best friends' dad was one of them. And he was ranked pretty high, and I don't want to give away his identity, but he had a talk with me last night. I said, your father was famous. He said, how famous was he if he ran to France or Cuba or North Korea running from the FBI? And not staying home taking care of your family. So this thing happened in the 60s before. And what these youngsters don't really know about the Panthers is they broke up. The party was broken in half.
And
we're kind of taking each other out.
Oh, like the Bloods and the Crips? Or the new Black Panthers?
Kind of like, yeah.
Terrible.
And at this time, this is why I say, Tony, you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. At this time, you was a kid. We had no impact on any of that.
Yeah.
Jim Crow law, none of that. I was a kid, 8 years old when Martin Luther King got assassinated, Malcolm X, all of them. I was a kid. So by the time we got, because you got a caller that always, he's like, shout out to William, his name is Rick, I think, whatever he says. He knows, he's his age.
Yeah.
We were pretty much done with that through
Rick
the
from
70s
Hampton.
and 80s.
Yeah, true.
And for 60-year-olds to preach this, you're really telling a lie, because people like Maxine Waters and Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Louis Farrakhan, they were in their 20s at that time. And they were going to school.
And they never grew up.
Never grew up. And so we looked at these people that were militant in the late 60s. As I was a teenager, we seen them later, 10 years later, walking around with army jackets and dark sunglasses. They were militant.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, they didn't make it.
Crazy.
People moved on with their lives, and we were pretty much done with that until Obama.
Well, they
came
didn't.
around.
They didn't grow up because they didn't have
That's
to
the
grow
truth.
up.
That's the truth, James.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
I'm too young to sit here and tell somebody 40 a lie that the white man held me down. White man ain't never done nothing to me.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about, one of my callers, callers that I like, John from Kentucky, talked about how blacks have been oppressed in America.
A little bit too young.
And
Nothing
he's talking about,
him.
I don't like my last name.
A little bit too young to be talking that, because that was not around when you were coming up.
Right. And it wasn't what he was told.
What he was told was wrong.
Yeah.
I know all these little groups, the Black Panthers. I've got a best friend, his father's one. He's telling me the fact is the party didn't last but about 8 years.
Wow.
And you got new ones.
The new Black Panthers.
Right now. Different groups, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Not all Hebrew Israelites are bad people.
Right.
They do have a group that be running around in like the Battlestar Galactica uniforms.
Yeah.
Really radical.
Yep.
See, you got different sides of every group. Like I said, the Maxine Waters, the Jesse Jacksons, the Louis Farrakhan's, all of these people were in their 20s in college in the mid-60s. They're leading the younger people like me and younger at 62. They're leading us. Those are our leaders. And they're really not good ones. That's the reality of it. And like I said, they gave South Africa back, but you're not giving back America to no black people to turn it brown, because it never was theirs.
I know. That's so true.
And they don't have any power to overturn anything.
What a
Bill
mess.
of Rights, laws, constitutions, nothing.
Yeah.
And some of the people that's my age, they know I'm telling the truth. We didn't have those problems.
It's anger and a false sense of revenge over something that they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know what happened.
They do not. Like
they're angry on behalf of somebody else who's not even
you're in your late 30s, you're really not knowing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
These groups came and these groups went.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, all of them, militant groups. They come and they go. If you've seen two or three of them 2 or 3 times, you would know that this is all smoke.
Yeah. And the people did not benefit. They suffered for it.
Well, who actually benefited from it was the Jesse Jacksons, Maxine Waters.
And they're not really getting away with it. They're just
and all of your black heroes of today, Oprah.
They're just enjoying worldly.
Those people were not any good
creature comforts,
and they're not good influences on the black community at all.
No,
but
they're
at
just
the same time
misguided.
They become royalty.
Yep.
But you can't be mad at somebody that makes their own money.
Right.
A lot of times the blacks don't like because Trump, he's got money. Yeah. You think he's going to have tax problems with that kind of money? That's prison stuff.
Yeah.
No, he's got the best tax people. The best.
Thank you, William. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Take care.
Have a good weekend.
All right. You as well.
All right.
Bye. John F. over on YouTube says South Africa wasn't theirs either, meaning the blacks who've taken it over. The Zulu, who are not the ones who are taking it over, I think, came later after the Dutch settled. Yeah, that's what I heard too, from that documentary by Lauren Southern, Farmlands. That's where I get my history. YouTube. John in Kentucky. I got to get to John. I mentioned him, so it's only fair. And then I'll get to the stories, guys. I promise. Well, never make promises, right? John in Kentucky. How you doing, Kentucky, John?
Man, he's a coon if I ever heard one.
Don't say that word. I don't think you're supposed to be saying that word.
That's not a outlawed word on YouTube, I don't believe.
You know, Twitter doesn't like it, so I'm just out of safety. I get your point. I'm not holding it against you. I'm not holding it against you for saying the word because you don't think of it as a bad word. I don't really think of it as a bad word either, but people censor it on Twitter, so let's keep it clean, I guess. But you think that he's by that word, what's the definition of that word? Define that.
I was just about to say, you know how each caller that normally calls in the show, they have their own ways of seeing things or issues they call about?
Yes.
He always calls about black people and puts black people down and asks you, have you heard this story? And it's usually involving black people. It's
right.
Never putting down white people. It's like that's what he wants to do, is call in and degrade black people or make sure you know that, well, some crazy blacks over here going crazy. He wants to make sure you know it. He sends you emails about stories. Mm-hmm. It's like he's making it his life mission to put his own race down. I don't understand it.
But he's not degrading them. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe there is a little bit of
main focus.
Maybe there's a little bit of malice in there. I don't know. That's between him and God. But it's not like he's saying stuff that's untrue for the most part. I haven't heard anything untrue. Some of it is harsher than I might say, you know, but
let's say it is true.
Uh-huh.
He never calls in about things that are true about whites. So that's why I say it's his main focus.
But he doesn't know much. I mean, there's not as much out there about whites. Blacks are in it.
Oh my God! Yes, it is, man.
Blacks are in an emergency situation, and whites are too, but it's a totally different situation. And blacks are what he knows. He's black himself. Blacks are.
So let's just focus on blacks, then. Let's just focus on blacks.
That's his focus. That's his kick. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird.
It's weird, but why is it weird?
Sounds like he smokes cigarettes.
But you're into the black stuff too, but in the opposite extreme, kind of.
Right, because you know, I'm for my people. I can say that my people are, you know, in bad situations, but I don't call in only focusing on the bad. Like, it's not that's not where I get my high from, like William does.
You're saying that he gets a high. You saying he gets a high from let's call it bashing the blacks, even though it's truthful bashing. It's generally truthful.
It does.
But you're saying he gets a high from it.
Yes, and let me assume that he's married to a white woman.
Oh, come on.
I want to assume that.
Okay. I don't recommend assuming. But I grant that you are. I grant that you are being honest about having made an assumption.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I was just curious the other day.
You may be right. He may be getting a wrong kind of a kick out of bashing the blacks. Maybe he could check himself on that. But it's not as though he's speaking stuff that's untrue, for the most part. Anyway.
Well, I mean, anybody can make something true if you point out the bad. Like, if you wanted to, you can get on this show every day and bash whites. You could always find something.
I frequently
do.
do
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say frequently.
But I commonly do.
I was just curious, man. You know how I think y'all were talking about whites being the minority in, I don't know, 2050.
Oh yeah, people say that.
After this boomer generation is gone, who are the next group of men that you would like to see in power? Because you want it to be white, right?
I mean, that would be right. It would be, if we wanted justice in the country, the whites are the ones who are the most conservative, which I think is what you are in terms of your values, in terms of morals, conservative, fair-minded, free speech type people. So I would say, yeah, like, you know,
do you know
Hake,
any of those? I mean,
Nick is kind of white a little bit.
I was just about to say.
Nick Fuentes, maybe, even though he's not normal white, even though he's Catholic. Real Vincent James. Artie Art from Ohio, white on the inside, even though he's a black Hebrew Israelite.
Hake, man. I was serious about. I was serious about, like, you know how they always give us two choices for the president, or whatever, and it's 99.9% usually a white male.
Did you say multiple points? Did you give multiple points? 99.9%?
Yeah, 0.9.
That's what JLP does. 99.999.9. There's only supposed to be one decimal, but it's cute.
Yeah,
I like it. Shout out to the blacks. But it's mostly whites, supposedly, running for office.
I'm speaking in your generation, like people who are in politics right now. Who would you say would be the next in line after there's no more Trump and there's no more Biden to run? Like who's out there? I don't look at politics like that.
I don't either. I don't know what you mean by you don't look at politics like that, but I don't try to predict.
On the news.
I'm not even into politics to know what the up and comers are.
Well, I mean, you're in it.
You know what I mean?
More than the average person.
I pay attention to, like, some of the underground guys, like guys I mentioned. Those seem like solid guys. There's Jason Koenig.
We're screwed as a nation. We're screwed as a nation is what you're saying.
No, I didn't even predict. I didn't even see Trump coming. That's what I'm saying, is that I don't see it. I don't look at the future like that. I don't try to predict what's going to happen. It's not that it's over.
Oh, it's definitely over for y'all and y'all's power structure. That's gone out the window.
Yeah, real justice is out the window.
Not real justice.
Yeah,
we've never got
out
real
the window.
Justice.
It's about the individual now, and also it's about the people who are for what's right should band together, as Donald J. Trump said. So why don't you band together for what's right instead of just being?
Opinion. That's a good opinion to have, and
nice. Thank you.
What you're saying is, who is it right for? If it's not right for my people and it's right for your people, I can't agree with it.
But it's right and wrong is absolute, I believe, because God is real.
Not really.
Is God real?
You said slavery. You said slavery was right, but it's wrong for my people.
I don't know if it was wrong.
For y'all.
It
was wrong
you
for
guys,
my people.
I don't know how do you know it was wrong for you?
Thank you, man. Why do you always say stupid stuff like that?
No, I'm serious, because God allowed it to happen. What makes you smarter than God?
We know why God allowed it to happen.
So it was right then.
He punished us.
And so it was right then.
Us.
You guys deserved the punishment, so it was right then.
So is it going to be right when y'all go into slavery?
If that happens, I suppose it would be right. Who knows? Like, we get what we deserve. The whites are being weak. Well, if we're ending up in slavery, that's what we are getting. That's what our forefathers and ourselves brought on ourselves by being weak.
It's going to happen in our generation.
I mean, you pretend. I mean, you seem to be all happy. Are you happy about such a thing?
Am I celebrating?
Yeah.
Or am I just talking?
Are you celebrating?
No, I'm not celebrating.
You're not celebrating the destruction of whites?
No.
No, you're not happy about that.
What do you mean, have a party or something?
No, I'm asking if you're happy inwardly about it. I didn't ask you if you're going to have a party.
No, I'm not happy about it. I don't feel no way about it, but I feel like it's going to happen.
Oh, feel like it's going to happen. So, you feel like it's going to happen based on what the Bible says or something?
Yes.
Okay.
We talked about this before.
Right, I know.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, you didn't answer my question, but
what was your question?
That's what I called in. to see who you thought would be our next generation leaders.
I answered you saying I don't know because I don't think of, I
You
can't
said
predict the
Artie
future.
Art and Nick and Squint.
You asked me who would be good leaders in my opinion, but that has nothing to do with what I could predict. You're laughing?
Artie Art, man, he's gonna lead the nation, man, or whatnot. That's what he's gonna say the whole time.
Irregardless of his poor speech habits, I encourage him to be more alert about how he speaks. Irregardless, which is not a word, or maybe it is. He has some sense.
Oh, yeah.
He has a little bit of sense.
Last thing before I go, Hake.
All right.
I enjoy when Donnie Armour calls you, man, because he puts you on the hot seat to get your wheels turning.
Yeah.
And he makes you think.
Nice.
And all thoughts are not lies when he's asking you them questions. He's making you self-reflect.
Yeah.
I wish I had the ability to do that.
Yeah.
He's great at that.
That's cool, man. And he's your white brother.
No, he's not my white brother. He's the opposite end of the spectrum of me. He's probably my opposite. He's all about his whiteness.
Right.
All about
That
it.
doesn't make him opposite. It makes him the same.
He's going to convert you, though, because he had your wheels turning. Was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday, first call.
Yeah, he had your wheels turning, boy. You were like,
Am I allowed to call you boy?
No, you can't. That's racist, man.
It's not racist. Come on.
That's
You don't even
racist.
believe in racism.
I'm from the South, man. We say boy just to be saying boy.
No, I know. I like it. It's cool. Shout out to the South.
But no 40-year-old man should be calling a 70-year-old black man a boy, though. It's a difference.
Whatever.
But I got to go, man.
All right. Good call. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, let me cover this stuff. I got more calls to get to. You can call in 1-888-775-3773. I said that so fast, I felt like I might have said 4 8s, but it was only 3. The Demon Rats, 2 down, 50 to go in Tennessee. I was calling the Tennesseans Republicans, the super majority, super weak majority. They ousted the 2 blacks. This is the story that I was covering yesterday, except for the woman, get rid of her later. Okay, so let me share the news. From the ex-RNC chair male, black. This was during I don't remember when exactly. It might have been during the Obama administration, during the Bush administration. This Michael Steele, George W. Bush administration. Michael Steele, black rhino, just a traitor to the party and to what's right, to real values, real American hero values. G.I. Joe. Let's see. 10 Republicans. Okay, let's see. Racism. He doesn't say the word, but he implies it. Blacks are clever in recent years. They know that the racism word is an eye roll. It's a big eye roll. It's like you hear the words, oh, like Trump says, oh, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. Except he didn't look so crazy doing that. He tweeted, so here we are. The GOP-controlled legislature, GOP, Grand Old Party, Republicans, has expelled the 2 black, and he capitalized the B in the word black like a little liberal kissing up ever since Georgia, Florida got killed or overdosed on fentanyl. Anyway, 2 black Democratic, no, they're Democrat, demon rat legislators, Brother Jones, that's the one who looks more Indian, Mexican Indian, and also black. Brother Jones, that's Justin Jones. Bautista-Jones. And Justin Pearson, goofy Afro guy, looking like he's supposed to look like he's inspired or inspiring, but did not remove the white, any lowercase letter W in the white. Female legislator, vote Gloria Johnson. Is she a normal white? Maybe she is. Portly gal. mildly attractive when she smiles, and, her hair is nice. Ugly face at times when she's given an ugly face. So tell me how to process that. 2 blacks ousted, not the white female. Because I know what it feels like. Hashtag Tennessee 3. And I would have been for getting rid of all of them. But I kind of like that they went after the blacks and not the white woman. So that he could say this, and they're like, yeah, eat that. Phony black rhino. Michael Steele, former RNC chairman, chair male, former lieutenant governor of Maryland, political analyst for MSDNC, host of the Michael Steele podcast. Wow. Is he entertaining? Is Michael Steele entertaining? He doesn't look like a... If you could, at your leisure, Nico, pull up a picture of Michael Steele, he doesn't even look like a normal black. He looks like one of those nerdy blacks. He looks like a W.E.B. Du Bois type of black. Phony, intellectual, nerdy nerd. Don't say that too much to kids. Black. Like, his skin is black, but he doesn't even look black. But he overcompensates. He's not that light-skinned, I don't think. Yeah, there he is. Look at him. Okay, he looks more black there. Holding that pencil like he's sophisticated. Standing in front of oh, look at him. He was standing in front of the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that this is a black rhino. Anyway. Total black rhino. Michael Steele, MSDNC on Twitter. I think he voted for Obama, by the way. Maybe. You're going to have to explain that later, Nick. Michael Steele on Twitter, he texted me something. Oh, looks more like Michael Ginderpreet. Looks Indian, that's all. That's what he's saying. Gen Z tweets Michael Steele. I don't know if I have this one. I think I have it. Yeah, Gen Z is already bringing an entirely different game. And he quote tweets this video that I'll show you this video in a second. When you see what's already begun with, for example, David Hogg. David Hogg is that guy who was cussing about taking the guns and cussing about parents and cussing about legislators and stuff like that. I played him last week. He's skinny, David Hogg. He was in the March for Our Lives mess. And I missed that short-haired, dykey-looking punker gal instead of him. And then he mentions Victor Shi, which is an Asian evil person, Democrat, young guy. And Maxwell Frost from Florida. And Maxwell Frost is he, him, his, formerly March for Our Lives and formerly ACLU, and now he's a Congress male from Central Florida. How embarrassing. See, Florida is not all that based. Just know the political class in both parties have no clue what to do with them. Nope, they ain't ready for this generation, says Michael Steele, Black Rhino, former RNC chair. You know who is the RNC chair right now? You know it. Ronna McDaniel, another rhino woman. What is up with this mess? And I heard that Trump endorsed her for RNC chair. Shameful. Mitt Romney's niece crying racism on one of our greatest congressmen, former Congressman Steve King, whom they primaried. The RNC primaried them. The so-called Republican National Committee primaried him. So this is clip 11. This is what Michael Steele is all pumped up about. This is a tweet by Victor Shi 2020, who Michael Steele is all excited about too, who is the youngest Biden delegate. Asian guy at UCLA right here. Anybody who goes to UCLA, most of the time, unless they're going like medical school or something like that, they're going to turn out far left radicals, dumb, blind, brainwashed people. Traitors to... oh yeah, we'll play clip 11 again. Yeah, we played clip 11 already once. This is that video that you guys saw where they're saying, forget you fascists, except they're not saying forget, they're saying a bad word because they're angry. Heads up, guys, anger causes mass shootings. So watch out. It also causes gayness and transgenderism and all of the vices, all of the horrible things in the country and in your soul. Victor Shi 2020 is also former White House, Joe Biden, comms at DNC. So he's a talented, young, smart Asian Democrat operative guy. And he tweeted, wow, students are standing outside the Tennessee House right now. And this is yesterday, I guess, chanting, "Boop, you fascist." So catchy. Young people are absolutely P-word off. Oh, I have the tweet, actually, the screenshot of the tweet. And we are, which is from the Michael Steele tweet, actually. It's in the same tweet as the Gen Z thing. I crossed out, I blanked out all the bad words. Young people are actually absolutely P-word off, meaning angry. And we are about to give Republicans H-E double toothpicks. Don't spell it out. Don't sound it out, kids. Like they've never seen Z. We aren't forgetting this. So he's all pumped up and excited about anger. Be careful. Anger causes mass murder, mass shootings. So here's the clip 11, in case you forgot from earlier.
You fascists! You fascists! You fascists! You fascists! You fascists!
Was that a bit quiet, or was it my fault I recorded it quiet, or was it fine? In my earphones, it comes across a little quiet, but I'm not sure. So those are the young whippersnappers, blind, brainwashed college students being dumb. Let me show you one of the guys whom they're talking about. Remind us what fascism is again? It's perfect just like that, Hake. It's perfect just like Hake. Mostly ones, but Karen over there on YouTube says 3, a touch quiet. The heckler veto, says William. Yeah. A different William. Let me show you this. Here's this goofy Afro guy, goofy afro-male. And then I'll get to music and calls and stuff like that. Justin Pearson. Here's a picture and another tweet from Victor Shi 2020. This is Justin Pearson. Remember him. He's the goofy Afro Ronald McDonald looking guy, except he needs to dye his hair. Not as good looking as Amara La Negra. Also not as Afro-Latino as Amara La Negra. This is from Victor Shi, Justin Pearson. It's a portrait of him. Tennessee Republicans just expelled him for gun violence, for protesting gun violence. No such thing, Victor Shi, you blind, brainwashed, liberal, Asian male at UCLA, former White House Biden DNC comms. He and Justin Jones, Afro-Latina, or Latino, will go down as our nation's newest heroes. Oh, Lord. What type of heroes do you have? Who's your hero? Hero, hero, hero. That's from Stephen Wiley, Black History Month, Christian rapper. Who's your hero? And young people will never forgive Republicans for this. Unforgiving young people, typical. Thank you, Representative Justin Pearson. That's why you're so blind. So here's the clip 12. This is from Journalist. Journalist means far-left extremist, propagandist, blind, brainwashed. Aaron Rupar sharing a CNN clip. Call Me Nonsense Network shares this clip. Justin Pearson is a powerful orator. Listen to this. Clip 12.
Yes, I tell you, it was a sad day on Saturday. All hope seemed to be lost. Representatives were thrown out of the state house. Democracy seemed to be at its end. Seemed like the NRA and gun lobbyists might win.
Yes.
But oh, that was good news for us. I don't know how long this Saturday in the state of Tennessee might last. But oh, we have good news, folks.
He's wearing
We've
a
got
dashiki.
good news that Sunday always comes. Resurrection is a promise. And it is a prophecy.
You're an
It's a
atheist,
prophecy
Stubby.
that came out of the cotton fields. It's a prophecy that came out of the lynching tree. It's a prophecy that still lives in each and every one of us in order to make the state of Tennessee the place that it ought to be. And so I've still got hope because I know we are still here and we will never quit.
Get out of here. As Bismarcky said, I ain't going for that. Oh, look, he's lifting up his skinny fists like antennas to heaven.
Out of order.
Black power, out of order. Banish him.
We're
Banish.
voting on House Resolution 63. All those in favor, vote aye when the...
Get him out of here. We need a Trump. That guy ignored him too much. You're supposed to be like, shut up. I don't know. There's a time to say shut up, kids, but don't say it too much. And there's a screenshot. This is quote tweeted by Pedro Gonzalez. Emeriticus, who's on an anti-Trump kick, but we still like him because he's a honest journalist, as journalists go, if there is such a thing. This is so painful to see and hear. The woman next to him looks embarrassed for him. Yeah, she did not look very impressed. She's giving him the side eye, which is black for, I'm not impressed with this one. So, lastly, let me do some phony showboating of this purportedly white female, Gloria Johnson. Nasty woman. She's the one that they should have expelled, or maybe they will. This is shared by clip 13. This is shared by Olivia Troye, an evil woman. Just evil, I gather. I'll tell you about her after the break, I guess. As our democracy is under attack in the Tennessee House. It's not a democracy, woman. Be quiet with your pretty little head about politics. And pretty, I may be using the word loosely. Nah, she's kind of pretty, mildly attractive. But I'll get to her next hour. This is what unity looks like. This is the America we will never stop fighting for. We need to stand by each other and push back on those that. It's those who seek to further tear us apart. 1 minute clip of this Gloria Johnson woman and that black Hispanic guy. This is in Tennessee, the beautiful South. Embarrassing. Here it is.
These folks may not have paid attention, but America is going to go, that guy is a rock star because you were a rock star.
They're hugging.
And I'm so sorry that you were asked those racist questions.
Racist
Gotta
question.
stop. Yes, yes,
Hopefully there's no cussing. Sorry, kids. Justin, Gloria. Justin, Gloria.
Gloria, I love
Get out of here.
How are you?
Isn't that heartwarming?
Be happy if we all made it.
But they're not going to allow, you will be the check on their power in there. And we're going to keep fighting it. So
It was so nice to have somebody to fight with me for the first time. But I will keep fighting for you all. I won't stop. I love you too.
You don't love anybody, you fake loving people. What a mess. Anyway, guys, that's the drama from Tennessee. Top-notch virtue signaling, says Lisa, our resident health expert. What were they chanting? They were chanting Justin, Gloria, because Justin Jones, Justin Pearson, oh, yes, my friend, and Gloria Johnson. 3 demon rats showboating, and it bit them in the rear. Nice. So let's get to some music, guys. It's Easter time. Good Friday. And this is the last track from Steve Taylor that I'm going to share with you, at least this week, because it's Friday. Jesus is for Losers, 1993 Squint album. Hope you enjoy it. You musical Philistines, you can cover your ears, or you can press mute. You can go out and shovel snow or rake leaves or plant your garden or take some allergy pills for the sneezing. I shouldn't say sneezies. It sounds kind of like Nick Stream. Which he doesn't say that word. I don't know. Maybe he does. I'm gonna now. He's going to now. But Jesus is for Losers. Steve Taylor. Be right back. So good. Ma. Sounds a bit like Tom Petty. Come on, man, asks. People listen to this type of music? More Alice in Chains. Now back to Prince. You going live tonight, Nick? I think he is, right? Yes, it's going live. So good. Merging into Tracy Chapman. They don't grade on a curve. We both know what we deserve. Early 90s. Ball Earth, by the way. Trash music, Hake. We're showing the beautiful sea on the ball Earth. Obvious globe. Awful lyrics. No, it's not. Those are excellent lyrics. Jesus is for losers. I'm off about 100 degrees. So good. Thank you for bearing with me through that beautiful music. Guess I'm a loser then. I need you, Jesus, says Karen. That's right. That's the point. Wonder what lake this is. This is Lake Pacific Ocean. Hake, you got a yacht? No, that was my billionaire Republican mega donor who got me that yacht. Globe all the way. Yes, William Runner. This is fire. This is fun. Fire, fire. Is Hake jet skiing? No. Let me check for some super chats, guys, before I get to calls here. Indeed, there are some over on rumble.com/The Hake Report. Deus Intra says, God is bigger than we have been told. I put the H where it doesn't belong. We are not where it doesn't belong. We are not alone in the universe, says Deus Intra. Is that a reference to aliens or is that a reference to just God? Thank you, Deus Intra. Appreciate that, man. You give a lot of super chats which are sometimes incomprehensible to Hake, because Hake perhaps has low comprehension. Not perhaps, I kind of do. By kind of, I mean really. DJ on paw with a diamond over on dlive.tv/The Hake Report. Well, well, well. Oh no, he just says two wells. Well, well, if it isn't William the Hake Music Shill. Yeah, earlier, last hour, William from California called and he appreciates some of Hake music. John WX25 says with a super chat, Lib Devils over on streamlabs.com/The Hake Report. Lib Devils were hoping that the judge would bail them out on the homeless devils. Oh, I think this is a reference to London Breed allowing homelessness to go out of control in San Francisco. Kind of like Garcetti did down here. Down here. Stuttering Hake. And Karen Bass, I don't have high hopes for her because she wants to call them our unhoused neighbors and thinks the solution is to bring them inside. No, put them to work. Whoosh, slavery. Because working is good for the soul. It is, it's a fact. Just ask Lin Yan Chin. Why should the judge help the lib devil when it was the lib devil that created the mess? Who created the mess? John WX25. The lib devil needs to be the only victims of crime. Happy Easter. Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing. There's no justice in the world. In fact, that's the way of the world. They spread crime on even people who are not liberals, who are not the ones who started the mess. So other people suffer for their evil. But everybody got their challenges in life they got to deal with. No room for bitterness. We get better, not bitter. Animus with the super chat says, Happy Easter to all my Christians and non-Christians alike. May your eggs be plentiful and your ham be juicy. Right on, Animus. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Happy Easter to you as well. I mentioned how, well, I don't really have time to explain. But, CJ from Texas, the evil is real guy, he calls into my show sometimes, and he gives a lot of super chats on Hake and on JLP, and he claimed that Paul's a fake, and that Easter is not Easter Sunday, and it shouldn't even be Easter, it's resurrection. And or he didn't mention resurrection, but he talked about Passover and the different holidays that Jesus honored, which would have fallen on Wednesday rather than Good Friday. Something like that. So I said, according to tradition, Good Friday is when Jesus was crucified. Spoiler alert gave a tip on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/The Hake Report. It's my preferred method, even though I don't like how I have to spell out the URL, the web address. They want the white man's world without the white man in it. Yeah, that's so true. They do. They being the liberals, the unchristian people, the women, the POCs, people of so-called color, who hate white people. And actually, the people who don't hate white people also want the white man's world, but they want the white man in it. Those who love white people. But the ones who hate white people, they don't want the white man in it. Well, if the white man's not in it, it's gonna go to HE double toothpicks. Don't sound that out, kids. Maybe I shouldn't chuckle. Thank you, spoiler alert. Our chief mod. Hamza's been on hold forever. And I'm going to get to him before I get to that, explain the background of that gal, Olivia Troye, evil woman. Hamza in Utica, which is in New York, I've learned recently, once again. Hamza, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. You're good. No man is good.
I'm good.
You're a liar.
Oh.
But that's okay. You're an atheist.
We're starting off on the great foot right now.
Yeah, it's good. We're starting off with the truth, speaking to the lie.
Yes, we're starting off with the truth.
Yep.
Now these assemblymen that were kicked out of the Nashville state office building.
Yeah, assembly males or whatever they are, state representatives. Yeah, something.
Yeah, the guy with the afro. What's his name?
Pearson. Justin Pearson.
Are you going to have him on your show at all? Are you going to try at all to speak with this guy? Or?
Oh, it hadn't occurred to me. But now that you ask, maybe I will, since he's a nobody again. No, just kidding. He's not a nobody. He's a hero. He's an American hero. No, I might have him on. That'd be fun. It's a nice idea.
Do you consider him an American hero?
No. Do you?
No, why not?
Because he didn't do anything. All he did is run his big dumb mouth and push a bunch of lies.
His mouth
about taking down America. Pretending to be a Christian about it, too.
It had nothing to do with those 3 kids that got killed? Or the 3 faculty members?
No, he doesn't care about them. Nope.
He wasn't doing it for them?
He was doing a disservice to them, yep.
You find that to be a disservice?
Absolutely. Disarming the innocent people who can protect children from the evil people, the evil, angry people who are like him, angry like him, evil-hearted like him.
Now,
he's a disgrace.
I believe the issue was
he was rightfully ousted.
I believe the issue was they're trying to ban assault weapons, military-grade assault weapons.
That's dumb.
You think so?
Yes, definitely. We need to expand the right to so-called military assault weapons. What's an assault weapon?
Semi-automatic, automatics, powerful long guns.
Oh yeah, we need those.
Why do you feel you need them?
I don't feel we need them. I know we need them. It's a basic right. Because everybody else has them, we need them too. The good people should have them.
It's a basic right.
Yes.
Where in the right does it say you should have a military assault weapon?
Where in the right? The right isn't said. The right is already there. It's not that you should, it's that you can.
What does the Second Amendment specifically say?
The Second Amendment is not the right. It says it's saying that the right shall not be infringed. It's not the one that gives you the right. It just says it shall not be infringed.
The Second Amendment says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a state.
That's right.
Of the people
well-regulated means
bear arms shall not be infringed.
Right. The right to keep and bear arms, meaning the right to carry and own and use powerful, good guns shall not be infringed. And a well-regulated militia means good discipline and well-functioning.
The word regulate is in there, man.
Regulate has nothing
You
to
don't
do
feel
with.
like you don't
Hold
feel
on,
like
Hamza.
you don't feel like there's
Hamza,
any
Hamza,
regulation.
Hamza, do you have poor listening skills?
Go ahead.
I told you regulated, well-regulated back then. It meant well-functioning, capable, well-disciplined. Has nothing to do with.
I know what regulated means.
Has nothing to do with government. Has nothing to do. Hold on, Hamza. Has nothing to do with government regulation.
No. You can look up on Wikipedia, man.
Wikipedia is not morally
It has to do with regulation.
No, it has nothing to do with regulation, man. I just told you the truth.
Why did they put it there?
Because well-regulated means well-functioning, highly capable.
Well-functioning, highly capable?
Well-disciplined. Look it up if you don't believe me. You ignoramus.
You don't feel like there should
Are
be
you that ignorant?
any...
Are you that ignorant that you think that the government should be the ones regulating the militia?
Are you that mad at me, man, that you'll...
Are you that ignorant?
Casting, you sound so upset right now, man.
Are you that ignorant?
You know,
why are you changing the subject, woman?
The subject's about dead kids. And
No,
you're
it's not.
changing the
No,
subject.
it's not. You tried
Yeah,
to.
it is.
No, it's not. You don't care about dead kids, nor does that guy. He's
Yeah,
showboating.
yes, we do.
No,
Yes,
you don't.
we do.
No, you don't.
Why? Why do you feel that way?
I know that because you're emotional. You're about taking away guns.
No, you sound emotional. Irregardless. You're getting emotional about it.
Irregardless.
And you're doing name calling, man.
Because you are an ignoramus.
Well, why do you say that? What?
Because you think that well-regulated means government regulation, and the government has the right to infringe on the right to carry arms. You think that
You're referring
the
to
first
regulation,
part.
sir.
You think that the first
You're referring
part.
to regulation, sir.
Hold on, man. You think the first part makes the second part the opposite of what it actually means. You think the well-regulated militia part means the right to carry arms shall be infringed.
You have to regulate the militia, man.
No, you don't.
They don't need.
Who's
they
you?
Don't need, yes.
Who's you?
We, the people.
We, the people, not
they
the
don't
government.
need such high-powered weapons.
You're not one to say that.
Well, listen. You're the one who started all this. I didn't
start anything.
Let me tell you. Yeah,
I didn't start anything.
Yeah, you did.
You called me.
You started it. You and
you
your
called
clique,
me.
You and your. Hold on a second.
I'm not holding on for anything. You're not even American.
I called you before.
You're not even American, and you're trying to say we need to say.
You constantly pick on the LGBT community.
I don't pick on them. They pick on us.
Yeah. No, you finally triggered
I
one of these
don't pick on them.
maniacs.
They pick on us.
They kill one of these kids.
I don't pick on them.
You're responsible for a lot of these deaths.
What?
You and your friends.
What?
You are responsible for a lot of these deaths.
That's
you and your
dumb.
friends. You helped trigger this. You helped trigger this crazy person.
Stupid.
Yeah, you did. No, you had a hand in it.
I had no hand in the
why you're
killing of any
yelling.
kids. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you do. You keep talking about them, and you triggered one of them.
I did not trigger anybody. That's dumb.
You stop talking about them. That's what happened to Frank Pelosi. That's how you triggered that guy to go kill Frank Pelosi,
There's
too.
nobody listening to the Hake report who did that. Now you're just making up stuff. You sound like Joe. Are you a Fed? Are you a Fed? Are you a Fed?
I'm not a cop.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
boy.
But I didn't ask you if you're a cop. I asked you if you're a Fed.
Boy.
You have to answer it honestly. I heard it. I watched it on The Wire. Somebody said that. So you're just trying to get my channel banned.
What do you want from
You're a
me,
sleaze.
man? Listen,
Get out of here.
Just answer the
Get
question.
out of here. You're trying to accuse me of being responsible for the death of kids. You're just spreading anger and false emotion. You don't care about children? You don't care about children? How old are you?
You're so emotional. You're so emotional.
How old are you?
Man. Listen, if
How
you
old
don't
are you?
involve yourself in this,
How
I'm
old are
40
you?
like you.
Bye. What a mess. Will Cole says the CIA is fully responsible for all the shootings of these kids. I don't think that the CIA is responsible for the shootings of these kids or the FBI. Sometimes they know about something coming, but no, the individual who did it is responsible. Hamza is Antifa. Antifa, says M. Memarino. Fed dirtbag. I should ban him like I should ban the evil person, Joe from Phoenix. Sleazy Joe. Sleepy Joe from Phoenix, Arizona. Just hoping, wishing that a conservative would have triggered the anger. I'm pushing, don't be angry. Because I agree with JLP's thing. Anger causes mass murders. So it's the spreading of the misery. It's the mainstream media treating these people like they're poor, innocent victims. Or maybe not even so innocent victims. Aaron says Collar needs to forgive his mother. I wonder. That might be a good idea. He called in trolling last time saying that the something about the election of 2000, trying to get my channel banned that time. And he's like, you got me. Because he was talking about the election of 2000, and he pretended that he believed in God. What a snake. What an evil person. Evil. And then he's pretending like he understands the word regulated. Wikipedia. Only I can reference Wikipedia. Because I wield Wikipedia rightly. Just like I wield the dictionary rightly. Speaking of the dictionary and fake news and Wikipedia and Google, which is evil, irregardless is indeed a word. And then maybe I'll get to Olivia Troye. I forgot about her. Per fake news dictionary is fake news, and NPR, and a restaurant in Raleigh, North Carolina. Irregardless is a word. Dawning Armor told me this in the comment section. Sometimes I do read my comments on YouTube. I'm pretty good at reading those, actually, in general. But sometimes YouTube auto-deletes them, and it's not my fault, or hides them. Irregardless is indeed a word, for the record, commented on YouTube, Dawning Armor 2873. And I checked into it, and I said, according to the fake news dictionary and evolution believers, Dawning Armor, which he spells it the un-American way, is in fact correct. I have some screenshots. The Oxford English Dictionary traces the first use of irregardless to 1912, though a similar word, unregardless, goes back well into the 19th century. The OED says irregardless is chiefly North American, non-standard or humorous use. Hake is humorous. Or at least I try to be. Or at least I find myself that way. Or at least, whatever. People have been arguing over it ever since, according to CJR.org. Which sounds like fake news. Merriam-Webster, far-left enemies of America, Merriam-Webster. Per NPR, regardless of what you think, irregardless is a word. NPR, state-sponsored U.S. government-affiliated media, NPR. Far-left extremists, Merriam-Webster, which is also extremist, far-left, anti-white, defines irregardless as a non-standard, but meaning the same as regardless. Many people find irregardless to be a nonsensical word because English speakers don't use double negatives, because we know math, unlike the Spanish speakers who use double negatives. They say, no tengo nada. I don't have nothing. What? That doesn't make sense. You're saying that you have something. If you don't have nothing, then you have something. Because English speakers are more logical than Spanish speakers. We know math. I shouldn't pronounce it black. Math. TH. Many people find irregardless to be nonsensical as the IR prefix usually functions to indicate negation. However, in this case, it appears to function as an intensifier. The far-left extremist fake news dictionary writes. I've been saying it for probably years. The dictionary is fake news. So I'm going to probably say irregardless is not a word, even though I will continue to say it. But I'll say it so much, I will be saying it sometimes by accident, unironically, because I sometimes say dope. I started saying dope because I thought it was funny and just to be ironic. And now I start saying dope. And don't say dope, kids. And now I can't stop saying it. So it's terrible. It's bad habit. Taming the tongue. It's so difficult. Proper use, according to Scribber, which is probably not a word, sometimes used instead of regardless. Most dictionaries don't consider irregardless a real word. Should be avoided in formal or academic writing. Nice. Now, Wikipedia claims it appeared in print as early as 1795. It's caused controversy since the early 20th century. Probably because of the blacks being allowed into the, you know what I mean? You can just say regardless and it would be correct. Yeah, regardless is correct. Not irregardless. But anyway. This is more from the NPR article. Well, never mind. That's enough. Oh, okay, so there's some snooty, stodgy is a word that they like to use. Snobby, a woman, author, agrees with Hake. So maybe I need to rethink this. She teaches English in Silver Spring, Maryland. Probably a liberal, lives in New England. Probably liberal. It's not a real word. I don't care what the dictionary says, writes author Michelle Ray. You say regardless of the fact, she tells NPR's Morning Edition. Irregardless means not regardless. And that's not what you're trying to say at all. So why, in what context would irregardless make sense? I can't understand it. I understand it because I understand the Latin people. And so I know that I understand them. She apparently doesn't know Spanish. And indeed, there's a cafe called Irregardless in the, it's beautiful too, in Raleigh, North Carolina. I kind of want to go, except I don't like their barrier things, outdoor dining thing. They put the outdoor dining all the way into the street when they have this huge sidewalk. Why don't they put the outdoor dining under the covered patio thing? Oh, I guess because then they would peeking in right into indoor things. We're looking at the Google Maps spy cam on the street cam image thing. Yeah, crazy. I wish they replaced those pylon thing. I don't know what those things are called. Those big old plastic bumper things meant to prevent cars from crashing into them. I wish they replaced them with like wooden fence stuff or something. But anyway, irregardless, it's a mildly attractive cafe or restaurant thing. Right on. Right on. Okay, Nick says, I remember. What is this? You.
Oh, I'm just saying, you were talking about the barriers.
Yeah.
You know, I worked at a restaurant once where we had to apply for some permit to have outdoor seating, and they told us it had to be on the street because that sidewalk was zoned a certain way.
Oh.
Walking zone, something like that.
Not restricting the free flow of pedestrian traffic.
Meanwhile, other places you could, so it depends on your area and stuff.
And they probably made more exceptions after the China virus. These looks like China virus modifications to me, but I could be wrong. But you haven't worked at the cafe or any restaurant since China virus came on the scene.
No, I left right before that.
Nice. Thank you, Nico. Super chats before I get back to calls and that evil woman. DJ Onpa, Jean-Paul, according to Nick Stream, gave a couple of diamonds. Your name is Hamza. You're not qualified to speak. I know we're too lenient with this freedom of speech stuff, huh? It needs to be well-regulated speaking. Support what you like, kids. Happy Good Friday, Hank. Thank you, DJ Onpa. All news is fake, even when the truth is sprinkled in, says Chef Gummy D. Imagine wanting more government regulation in any aspect of life. Hard to imagine. Yeah, unless you're a dumb liberal who lies and pretends he's conservative. Because he called himself conservative. Is everything he says a lie? Hamza, I hung up on you, man. You snake. Animus. I already read that from Animus. Thank you, man. Over on buymeacoffee.com/The Hake Report. Nothing new over there. We're all clear. Rusty gave a tip on Ko-Fi. ko-fi.com/The Hake Report. Great show today, Hake. Have a fantastic Easter weekend. Celebratory hands emojis. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Emoji 1. John F. gave a tip. If the whites become slaves in our own country, like John from Kentucky looks forward to, all races will be slaves in a much worse form than existed in the South. It would be like Soviet Russia or modern-day North Korea. Indeed, that's what's happening. People are moral slaves because in the South, there were purportedly Christians in the South who taught their slaves Christianity. And in Christianity, you can be free even while a physical slave, but they want you mental and spiritual slavery to emotions and phony intellectualism and phony experts, and not God, not Christ, but slaves of sin. Yeah, and the government. So evil. What a mess. Let me get to Jesse, a first-time caller in Georgia, on the line. How you doing, Georgia? I mean, Jesse in Georgia?
Well, it's anonymous.
Oh, right on, man.
I'm doing fine, Hake. How you doing?
Doing fine, too.
Great. Listen, I had a question for your last caller, and then I have a short comment after that, if I may.
Okay.
What I don't understand is people are storming state houses, wanting to take our rights away to bear arms. Why ain't they storming state houses to make the government secure the schools better?
I know. Yeah.
I mean, instead of taking people's rights away, just add a right to the schools.
Exactly. Not making it a gun-free zone.
Right.
Yep.
Plus, my comment would be, I wish you would spend so much time with these idiots that call in and just like to try to poke fun at everybody.
Right.
Cowboys, really.
I sometimes get sucked in.
Yeah. Well, when you get sucked in, I get sucked out.
Yeah, I understand that. I appreciate your... What did you say? Anonymous?
No, synonymous.
Synonymous. Okay.
Yeah, my name is synonymous with Georgia because I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Nice. Right on, man. Appreciate your call, Jesse. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for taking.
What reminds me of what you said is when Thomas Massey of Kentucky pointed out to that out-of-control black black congressman who was shouting at him, Democrat, male, shouting at him about kids dying. He said, at none of the schools where teachers and staff are allowed to carry, have there been any shootings, not even an actual accidental discharge. There's been no shootings there because, in part, the cowards don't want to go into a non-gun-free zone. So
that's true.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of veterans that would love to do it.
Yeah.
And plus, it would cut down on a lot of internal violence in schools.
Yeah, true. Because we need men there as opposed to female-minded women who are lenient toward people. And when you're lenient toward evil, the evil goes more and more out of control. And that's what the kids are doing, more and more out of control. What a mess.
One other thing, I posed a question to your audience. What is a man?
Nice. What is a man?
I mean, everything's pointing toward men turning into women.
Yeah.
And nobody's pointing it the other way. You got women turning into men.
Right.
And they're a man then.
Yeah, exactly. They're not turning into manly men. They're turning into effeminate poser men. Males. Wannabe males. It's so true. It sounds like a JLP type of a question. In fact, he's asked that many times. What is a man? Yeah.
Okay, you have a nice weekend, okay?
Thank you. Happy Easter to you. Take care, Jesse.
Happy.
All right. Adios. My favorite caller from the sundown town of Dayton, Ohio. Maze, how you doing?
Hello, James. I'm just marvelous as always.
Right on.
I have a question for you.
Happy Easter.
Happy who?
Easter. You act like you
I don't celebrate killing Christ.
Easter isn't about killing Jesus. Easter is about Jesus rising from the dead. He rose from the dead. He rose from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to do with
If he did it for your sins, y'all should stop sinning.
Right, I agree. Same to you. Back at you.
You don't have his law at heart, because if you did, you wouldn't be heathens the way y'all are. And those shorthand typers in the tight room.
Are you talking to yourself in the mirror right now?
Yeah, sometime I can reflect on what I say.
All
so
right.
should you.
Okay.
Now, that good enough?
Yes.
And Mrs. Stubblefield didn't teach her son any ethics when he was growing up. Because if she did, he wouldn't be the way he is. So tell him to think on it.
You talking about Justin in the chat?
Trump when he had his fist in the air?
You talking about you attacking Justin in the chat?
Who is Justin? He's writing shorthand?
You said something field in the his mother didn't teach him.
No, nothing about Justin, and don't really care.
Are you talking about Rusty? Are you talking about Rusty?
I said nothing about Justin. I said Stubblefield's son was not taught any ethics, because, and half of them in the chat room.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Whoever don't have ethics.
Ethics is a liberal word. It's morals.
Yeah.
Ethics is a liberal word.
Anyway, did you see Trump with his fist in the air? And what did you think about it?
What? I didn't see Trump with
when he had his fist up in the air.
Not like
when he got back to Mar-a-Lago.
Not a communist
you didn't
fist.
See it?
It was not a communist fist.
Really?
I didn't see it, but I can tell you.
I don't know what y'all got against the fist. Like it's gonna reach out and change you into slaves or something.
Oh no, because the black communists and the suckers, they're for the fist because they're for anger against what's right.
And when you don't know a thing about black people, don't use
and scapegoating. They're for scapegoating the whites. The fist is about scapegoating whites and men and Christians.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know what makes y'all think somebody coming to get you. Only people coming to get you is the one that put you here, and we didn't put you here.
What are you talking about? You're
Whoever put
a
y'all
mess.
on this planet,
I didn't say anybody's coming to get me.
Not us.
I didn't say anybody's coming to get me. I said scapegoating whites and Christians and men.
Really?
Yes,
so
really.
what do you think about
Have you ever raised your fist?
No, what I'm raising my fist for?
Because you're a lady. You're a lady. That's why you shouldn't raise your fist.
Really?
Yeah, be a lady. Don't worry your pretty little head about politics.
Really?
Yes.
I like to think with my head and not be lost with it. That's why God gave us all the same thought. He gave us all the same brain. Gave us a brain to think with.
Whatever.
Everybody don't use it.
Whatever.
Sometimes they use it for the hatred that they have within their heart. Because you don't never.
Are you talking about yourself?
No.
Then how do you know other people?
The truth hurts. I know.
How do you know other people?
Just listening to some of the things that they say. So
people say things that are true, and you don't necessarily know that they have hatred in their heart.
Some people were not here 100 years ago.
Why are you concerning yourself with the hatred in other people's hearts and not your own?
Somebody got to tell them what they're doing if they don't know they're doing wrong.
But they're not listening. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you because you don't look at yourself.
Know the difference between right and wrong.
Huh?
You in here celebrating Easter. A death.
Easter is not a death. Easter is life.
Really?
Yeah, duh. You're ignorant.
You could be eating eggs and ham.
You're not
Easter money.
You're not acting very bright.
What?
You're brighter than that. You should know that Easter is about resurrection.
Those are bright people that think like that. But you're not letting me get to my point. Of like your age, you was not born. A lot of things you know, and you were not here, but somebody told you about it.
Uh-huh.
So what does that got to do with your age? About what happened in the 60s? Nothing.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant.
You correct things if you see it again, so it won't happen again. That's what you do.
No.
It's correct, so it can stop happening.
No.
A lot of things happen in the 60s.
A lot of people overcorrect. A lot of people are
Why do you think those people got their land back in California after they've been trying to get it back for 100 years?
I don't know, but they shouldn't have.
Why shouldn't they have?
Because they're losers.
It was their livelihood, and their parents paid for it.
It was not their livelihood. It was never their livelihood.
Their parents paid for it.
It was never their livelihood.
You weren't here then, but you know about it.
I don't know much about it, nor do I care.
If you had it, or your family?
Huh?
Would you want somebody to take something away from your family that you had?
Obviously not.
Your parents work hard to get it?
Obviously not.
Oh, then, so why would you wish that they shouldn't receive their property back?
Because it's not theirs.
Whose is it?
It's I don't know whose it was, but it's not theirs. It was kissing up. It was given back because it was kissing up to the blacks.
Somebody should explain it to you and stop trying to hide things.
It was phony. It was phony reparations. Phony reparations.
But all those old folks are
Phony
taking the books out of the
reparations.
library. What's wrong with learning history, even if it's good or bad?
Because it's not real news. It's not real. History
I'm
is
not
fake.
saying news. I'm saying history.
News is history. News is what's later called history. So it's fake.
Really?
Yes.
And we know this.
We know that the NAACP are a bunch of liars. They're very loosey goosey
and
with
so
the
is the
truth.
KKK. So what do they got to do with anything?
KKK didn't write history.
They made history.
They may have,
That's what-
but that was
that's what
because
made-
liars
that's what made those
wrote about
groups
them.
that formed. That's
Bunch
what
of-
made them form because of the system that you all had, that your ancestors had.
you pressed
not
the
right
button.
for America.
You pressed a button.
Oh, you did?
You did.
I didn't press no button.
Yeah, you did.
I did not
Boomer.
press the button.
Boomer cheeks.
So, people in their 60s, some of them get old because the young need to learn from what happens or what happened again. And so you can get some ethics and appreciate people and stop turning around hating just because your past people hate it. To straighten it up, that's how you get it done.
I have no idea
Don't
what
you
you're
think
talking
so?
about. No, because people don't know what was wrong with what happened in the past, so they're correcting
People
something
don't
that
think
was.
that should
Hold
be
on,
punished for
Maze.
things
Hold
happening.
on, Maze. They're correcting something. They're correcting in their minds something that was fine already.
Really? What was fine about it? You took the land
It was
from
a
the Native
reality of
Americans.
life.
They don't have nothing. I don't know wherever y'all came from.
I have no idea
if
about
you're not
that.
happy,
I have no idea
go
about
join
that.
it.
I have no idea about that family who
I know you
so-called.
don't.
Hold
you
on,
don't
Maze.
have no idea about it, and the person that's coming behind you, maybe more than 50 years from now, won't have no idea about.
Be quiet, Maze. I have no idea about the family, the black so-called family that got their land back or home back or something like that. 80 years after it was taken from them for who knows what reason or who knows why. But I just know that there's a whole lot of phony imaginary reparations over imaginary wrongs, and it's scapegoating the whites. And there was a whole lot of the government does one thing wrong, and then it swoops in to quote unquote correct it, and is doing even more wrong amidst that. So, Maze, you're not making any sense, and you keep on talking when I'm talking. You're a mess.
Y'all going to another country and tear it up and rebuild it. But you tell
Y'all,
the people
who's
from
y'all?
the
I've never been to
land
any country tearing up any other country. Maze, you're not making sense.
I know I'm making sense.
No, you're not. You're older than me, and you have more of a hand.
What does that got to do with
Do you vote?
Do I what?
Do you vote?
Yes, I do.
Then you're the one who's went into the other country. You voted more than I have. Did you
So what does
vote?
that got to do
Did
with
you vote before the
anything?
year?
My uncle is 99 years old. He done voted more than I have.
Mace.
What does that got to do with anything?
Did you vote before the year 2000?
Yes, I did.
Then you have more responsibility for having gone into other country, messing up other countries than Hake.
No, I
Have
don't
you
no
ever voted?
responsibility
Have you
for
ever
anything, 'cause
voted?
I have not agreed with anybody going to somebody else's country and tearing it up like we see. But then you want to say,
Mace. Have you ever voted?
James.
Have you ever voted for a winning winning Republican or Democrat president?
winning Democrat.
Did you ever vote for a president who won? Did you ever
What do you mean?
vote for the winner?
Explain that.
Did you ever vote for a candidate who won president?
Yes, I did.
Then
I
you
was
had more.
What I got to do
Was
with
it Trump?
anything?
Was it Trump?
No.
Then
I
you
didn't have to
voted
vote
for
because I did not-
destruction.
and I didn't vote for Hillary
You
either.
voted for
What does that got to do
destruction
with
of other
anything?
countries more than me. Yeah.
They're doing business with other countries.
You're a
then they're
mess.
going to turn around and tell you to hate the other country. So I don't understand that.
Why do you hate white people?
They getting making money from the other country.
Why do you
and
hate
got
white
these
people?
little bright people walking around here having a fit about
Why do you hate bright people?
What?
Why do you hate bright people?
So they need to use their brain and turn
That's
around
not a
and try
reason
be
to hate
smart.
them.
Trying to stop acting like they're smart.
That's
I
not a
don't
reason
hate
to
anybody.
hate them.
You can say that as much as you want to. They don't do anything. to
You
me.
told me that you hate them because I asked you why you hate them, and you said because they're not smart or something.
Did you hear what I said? Did I say I hated anybody?
No, I asked you why you hated them, and you said because.
You hate a thing a person do and not hate the person.
Nope.
Really?
No, you cannot hate something that they do
But
and not hate them.
one of them, half of you need to learn what ethics is, and maybe it'll make you change.
Ethics is a liberal word.
You don't want to go threaten people because the thing is not going your way.
It's
the way
all
you want
about
to have it.
it's all about morality. It's not ethics.
You want to go tear up stuff, and then turn around and call somebody else tearing up stuff. But
Are you talking about
and then
Black
you wanna
Lives
talk about
Matter?
Black people tearing up stuff.
Are you talking
Y'all
about
don't tear
Black
up
Lives
things.
Matter?
Y'all don't commit crimes.
Are you talking about Black Lives Matter tearing up stuff?
Or either the group that you love so much, either one of them.
Huh?
The group that you love so much.
Are you
what was
talking
it,
about
the
Black
Head
Lives
Boys or
Matter?
Whatever you wanted to call them. Those that went to jail.
I asked you a yes or no question.
Do I do what?
Black Lives Matter. Were you talking about Black Lives Matter tearing up stuff?
What did Black Lives Matter tell us?
I got to go, Maze. You don't want to answer the
I
question.
know you do, but I'm...
Bye. Happy Easter. What a mess. Let me talk about this woman real quick because I promised to talk about her, and then I'll get back to calls. This Olivia of Troye piece of work. Olivia Troye. She's like a 46-year-old, works for the rhinos in the tearing apart of other countries because she worked in the Pentagon, the George W. Bush Pentagon. Apparently not the part of the Pentagon that got the missile or airplane crash or whatever it was. I think it was an airplane crash. I disavow missile comment. Very disloyal. I have some screenshots of this gal. She's the one who said, as our democracy is under attack in the Tennessee House, this is what unity looks like. And you heard that big white mama, fat, hugging the skinny black Afro-Latino. Look at her. All washed out. Piggy nose. Mildly attractive, I guess. Not to me. Nice hair, though. But this gal is... This is the America we will never stop fighting for. We will need to stand by each other and push back on those who seek to further tear us apart. And so, this woman, she has all these washed out, too much makeup faces, and then she goes on the TV screen and looks all tired, like Hake, with a Popeye eyes. Look at her. Looking a little bit rough, but still mildly attractive, to be honest. She reminds me of the... Is this the same woman? Reminds me of the president. The president that Homeland, that liberal TV series, pro-deep state propaganda. They made a woman president when they thought Hillary was going to win. She looks like that president. And I liked her. Look, she's wearing that lace doily thing, like the notorious RBG wore. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Beta Ginsburg. She's former White House Vice President Pence, Homeland Security. What? CT, whatever that is, Connecticut? Advisor, Career, National Security, and Intel. Diehard 49ers hand, Washington, D.C., the swamp. And she's running her mouth, by the way, against Justice Clarence Thomas. I told you about Clarence Thomas accepting gifts from a guy, personal gifts, I guess, from a great American Republican donor. Going on the yacht, getting a portrait of himself and his wife and stuff. She's running her mouth. She tweeted nasty tweet about Clarence Thomas. If I had taken luxurious vacations and had surrounded myself with exorbitant wealth and an unexpected lifestyle during my tenure as an intel officer, I would have been questioned and polygraphed. The questions would have implied, how does this affect my loyalty to our country? Not at all, because if you're Justice Clarence Thomas, you are very loyal to the country, unlike anybody else on the so-called Supreme Court, except for maybe that one guy. He might be okay. Can this be used as leverage for access? Could I be blackmailed? Good to know that if you're Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court, I've never heard her speak, so I can't imitate her. You don't have to account for jack. Whoa. Not very ladylike, Olivia of Troye, or Troy, whatever. Psh. And she also is very disloyal. There's a picture of her from, I don't know if I have it. Oh yeah, there is. I found it. Olivia Troye, traitor to the White House. This is why even the Trump White House was black on the inside, because she was in the White House. She went on Commie Nonsense Network back in 2020, I want to say. I've seen COVID-19 task force members struggle every day. She's a former aide to the Vice President Pence, right? And she spoke to Wolf Blitzer, not a Christian, I don't think. He may even be married to a black gal, I think. but I'm not sure. That President Donald Trump has lost patience with top public health experts on his coronavirus team because their sober messaging on the future of the pandemic clashed with his more positive assessments. They were not sober, they were fear-mongering. And Trump was sober. Look at her, acting like she's all serious and stressed out. What a phony. So she's a Bush Pentagon rhino woman. Oh, thank you, Nick. Yikes. Both of those men seem quite loyal, especially Clarence Thomas, just unshakable. Unlike these female-minded libs. Animus calls her mildly attractive. Nice. So, real fast, as I'm talking about these women, let me cover Hillary Clinton, the sore loser. She's going after the meme makers. Clip 15. This is a tweet from Juanita Broderick. And she tweeted out this video. She said, "Geez, Hillary." Whoa, that's short for Jesus. Don't say geez. I didn't know that. ST blank you. You lost because you are the most unlikable candidate ever. Juanita Broderick is the one who accuses Bill Clinton of raping her or something. I don't know. Everybody's been accused. But I don't think Bill Clinton is a real man. He's just a skeleton. Hillary Clinton sucked out all of his fat and took the fat on herself and then some. She used to be mildly attractive. Hillary Clinton used to be. On the outside, anyway. Says she said thousands texted their vote after Ricky Vaughn's meme. Ricky Vaughn is the alt-right guy. Here's the clip. 35 seconds. Here it is.
A guy who had been one of the main, I guess he was one of the main people running memes against me in 2016. But he went from that to running a very deliberate effort to mislead people about where and how to vote. Yeah. So it went from speech to
Nancy Pelosi over
action
there.
meant to subvert the election because thousands of people who they targeted through their algorithms.
Blacks.
Oh, I can text my vote for Hillary Clinton.
Suckers.
Thousands texted their vote.
This. I disavow texting your vote. I disavow tricking the blacks. I disavow Douglas Mackey. Douglas Mackey, pro-Trump social media influencer, convicted of election interference, according to Fox News on April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2023. The evil DOJ put a blog post, Eastern District of New York, so serious. Social media influencer Douglas, 2 S's, Mackey, convicted of election interference in 2016 presidential race. U.S. Department of Injustice. And maybe he went overboard with trying to trick them. He may have, I don't know. But you know who else tricks the blacks? Even worse, even more insidiously? The mainstream media and the Democrats, demon rats, and the rhinos. When are they going to jail from the Department of Injustice? Never. Never. So, chin up Douglas Mackey, Mackey. I'm mixing him up with Thomas Massie. Thomas Massie out of Kentucky. Massie. Douglas, 2 S's. Ricky Vaughn. I'm chuckling because I think I remember one of the former Fallen State producer inviting him on the Fallen State years ago. Didn't know anything about him, just that he was like a popular guy on Twitter, right? He's the one with the MAGA hat, and he's wearing the and I think it's that guy from 2.5 Men. Who has HIV right now. He's a son and a brother. Charlie Sheen, who's Mexican. Did you know? I think he is. Mexican. Full-blown Mexican, I think. But, yeah, it's him in one of those old baseball movies. But it's a MAGA hat instead of a regular baseball cap. But he I think he got all smart with the former producer going like, oh, maybe I'll go in my Nazi uniform or something like that. I think he had the wrong idea about the nature of the fallen state interview. Whatever, man. You get what you deserve. Nah, chin up, man. Suffer with dignity. And, yeah, Emilio Estevez's brother. Yeah, exactly. And he's also the son of that other guy, Martin Sheen, right? Anyway. Yeah, it's selective enforcement. Selective enforcement. You know, I don't know if I should ban him or not. Let me get to Joe in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll give him a couple of minutes here. What's up, Joe?
Good morning, James.
Morning.
No need to ban me. I'll play nice with you. I actually met Michael Steele 2 years ago. Did you know that he almost went into the priesthood? He's a devout Catholic, actually.
Oh, nice. He should have done that. Rather than going into politics and being a snake, a sleazy liar.
Mm.
Didn't he go for Obama? Did he, or am I wrong?
No, when Obama was in office, he was still the chairman of the RNC, so he was not for Obama. No.
Chair male of the RNC. so he was for Obama because otherwise we wouldn't have lost. No, I don't know. I have to blame McCain for that too. McCain fought like a girl.
James, I know you believe that I want to get you banned, but I really do not. I hope you can believe that. When I say that the things you say are going to cause problems, I'm trying to warn you and hope that you will change your ways. That's all I'm trying to do.
But don't you hear me and JLP, especially JLP, talking about don't be angry, forgive, keep a distance between yourself and what's going on. Don't get caught up. You
do say those things, yeah.
And aren't those the most important thing? Anger causes violence, not disinformation, which or lies or denigration. Anger does.
Well, you do say those things, but only after you say a bunch of stereotypes, denigrations, and horrible things about most black people. That's just not true.
But I have not said anything that's untrue about most blacks.
Well, we disagree on that. But what I want you to know,
it's not
James,
up for an opinion. But anyway.
I do think that there's good in you, and I do hope that you do turn from those ways. I really do. So.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
That's all I'm going to say.
Happy Easter.
Right. Happy Easter to you.
All right. Adios.
All
right. Bye. JC in Little Rock, Arkansas on the line. JC, you got 2 minutes or less. Go.
What's up to the human epitome of the number 666?
The number 666? Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, James. I just called to let the world know that you and I strongly dislike each other. I know both of us tend to laugh when we're on the phone, but I strongly dislike you.
You strongly dislike me?
Yeah.
And you think I strongly dislike you?
Oh, you hate me, friend. Oh, well, not friend, but you hate me, sir.
What makes you say that?
I'm a black liberal man that loves disliking your video, hopes you don't get paid, hopes your voice is censored and canceled. How can you not hate me?
But that's stuff that's all you. That doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right, but I also say it to your face.
But like I said, if I hate anybody, I hate JC from Little Rock, Arkansas. But no, we're not supposed to hate. We're supposed to love everybody.
But you don't.
Are you a Christian?
You know I'm a Christian. You know I am.
Can you dislike me, but can you dislike me but love me?
Oh yeah, I have to. I love when I'm praying for you.
I gotta go, man. Happy Easter.
Okay, bye.
Bye. John WX25 with a super chat over on streamlabs.com/The Hake Report. Donning Garbage and John the Kentucky Fool, whoa, are an alliance of trash. Wow. Harsh words. Guys, this has been the Hake Report. Oh, Diabetes over on Rumble says, I think JLP was banned on YouTube again. The live tab on his page is gone, along with today's video. Support. You can support him, but yeah, I don't think he's banned on YouTube at all. I think he's just, or suspended. I think that the live videos just get deleted. I think that's just all that's going on. And I'm speaking in the passive voice. They get deleted. Do not use get, got, or a lot. Well, thank you guys. This is Mary Rice Hopkins. I hope you enjoy it, everybody. Easter Rise Up. I sang this as a little kid. And it came out in 2004, but it came out long before that. But here's Mary Rice Hopkins' Easter Rise Up. Not like the communist uprisings, but like a Christian. Here you go. Adios.
Stand up, turn around, touch the ground, for I am alive. I can dance, I can sing, I can do so many things. I'll tell you the reason why. He rose up from the grave. He rose up from the grave. He is not dead, he is alive. He rose up from the grave. Stand up, turn around, touch the ground, for I am alive. I can dance, I can sing, I can do so many things. I'll tell you the reason why. He rose up from the grave. He rose up from the grave. He is not dead, he is alive. He rose up from the grave. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, oh children of the Lord. I can run, I can walk, I can listen, I can talk. I am glad to be alive. I can work, I can play. I am happy to say this is the